welcome back to my channel. If you want to know what items I use to create this makeup look, then please just keep on watching my video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Hey everyone, so today we're going to do a video where I'm going to try out a bunch of samples that I've collected from my mini Sephora purchases. So I wanted to show you the prep work before we actually put the makeup on. Thought it'd be cool to include that. So we're going in first with the micellar water from Sephora. I just put it in this Dr. Jart container because it's just easier to use. I absolutely love this micellar water from Sephora. It's really good. I do miss my Dr. Jart one, but it's discontinued. As with everything that we like, right? Why do companies do that? If you have a product that people love, don't discontinue it. You know, right? Okay, so we're gonna go with a cotton square. This is from SHISEIDO. I also get these from Sephora. I already washed my face. I use now the THICC cleanser. If you guys want me to do an updated skincare routine, let me know and I will try to film that for you guys. Even if it takes me 6 months to do. I always go down on my neck as well. You should be washing your neck, ladies and gents, when you wash your face. Okay? I always go twice on my neck. And sometimes I do my ears, but I'll do that like off camera because we don't need to do that right now. All right, so we just let that dry a little bit. I want to make sure I didn't miss any spots. I have a hair on my face from I don't know what. Maybe from my cat, I hope not. It looked like one of my hairs. This is what my skin looks like for you guys reference so you can see the before and after. Okay, so I was just letting the micellar water dry down. Now we're just gonna moisturize. I've been using this one from Sephora. It's the Nourishing Moisturizer. I've used quite a bit of it, if you guys can see. I'm getting to the end of it and I absolutely love this moisturizer. A lot of people, like, it has mixed reviews on the website, which I don't understand why, because there's people who said that it just didn't really do anything for them and they had dry skin and it made their skin not as hydrated. But for me, it works. And how I came across it, because I was in Sephora and I was trying to find something else to use, because I have been using, at the time when I went in the store, I was using the one by Fresh, I think it was. Yeah, the Fresh Lotus one. And I absolutely love that that moisturizer. But I was finding that because, I don't know if it's because since I turned 50 now, my skin seems a little bit drier. I mean, I've always had dry skin. So I was like, you know what, let's just test a couple of moisturizers on the back of my hand. And that's what I did. And my theory is that if it feels good here, it's going to feel great on my face. So that's what I did. And then the other thing that I picked up was from Sephora as well, and it's the firming eye cream, because the eye cream was before that was I was using the Kiehl's one, and I do like that one, the avocado one, but I noticed that after a while it was like causing irritation on my face, which I didn't understand why. So I was like, let me keep trying some. And since I was in the Sephora section, I was like, let's try those, because I honestly have never tried any skincare from Sephora. Hence, that's why when I went that day, I ended up getting the micellar water from Sephora, the face moisturizer from Sephora, and the eye cream, because when I swatched this on the back of my hand, this reminded me of the eye cream that I used to love a lot from Mary Kay. It's called the Time Wise one, I believe it is. It's called, right? Yeah, Time Wise from Mary Kay. I don't know if they still have that or not, but it's the one that I used to use a lot. And, you know, it's when I used to sell Mary Kay back in the day. So now that I don't sell Mary Kay, I have been looking for a eye cream, and I've tried several. And this is the one that I felt was really nice when I put it on the back of my hand. I immediately liked how it felt. And I have really enjoyed how it's been on my eyes as of late. It's been really, really good. Because my eyes are not dry. Funny enough, even though I have dry skin, my eye area is not dry. But I feel like this has been helping to maintain that, where I don't get you know, like crow's feet and things like that. So it's really helped. I just put it here because it'll migrate down to the eyelash area. If I go directly and I apply it there, it's like I feel like it starts to get in my eye. It's weird how that works, but there's a method to it. So that's what it looks like after you apply it, and it's super hydrating. You need a very little bit of amount. I bought this the same time as the moisturizer, and I mean, I still have plenty of product in here. So this is good for 6 months. I'm not sure if I had this for 6 months, but if I did, I'll just make a little note here in the video. The other thing I like to do is I like to moisturize my lips. So let's put that on, and fresh. This is the Sugar Advanced Therapy Lip Treatment. I like this one more than the original one. Like I said, I've always had really dry skin, and I feel, excuse me, I have to rub it in right away. I feel that the original one is nice, but it doesn't feel as nice on my lips, is what I'm trying to say. So let me move things over as I use them so I do not knock them down. And then the last step in my skincare, this has been a part of it for quite some time, is from Perricone MD. This is the Cold Plasma Plus Sub D Neck Treatment. And this is very expensive, but it's worth every penny. I'm sorry, let me move my hair keeps bothering me. I just did my hair yesterday, so it's a little bit like, what's the word I'm looking for? It won't stay in place. So this is my neck before, but I had, like, if you look, I have like some scars here, and they were a lot more noticeable before, and after using this, it really took it away. And if you guys can see, I've used quite a bit. I've been more diligent at using this than I was the first one I had, because the only reason I even knew about this product is because, oops, I almost dropped that. Sorry about that if you're wearing headphones. Influencer had sent me a sample, and when I saw the price, I mentioned this in the video when I got it, I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. So anyways, I wasn't using it every day, but I was using it enough where I was like, I noticed a change. And of course, install a la Eva, I have not done a dedicated video to this product, and I really should, because it has helped so much with the look of my neck. Because where I have muscle weakness, my muscle weakness is really in this area. So this area right here was looking like very like paper like crepey, and that is not part of me getting older only. It's a part of what I have, because what I have it affects my skin. I get inflammation in my skin. There was a point where my skin was as thin as paper, and you could literally pull it and see through it. That's how thin it was. So thank God it's not like that anymore. But anyways, this has really helped with the way my neck area looks. And any extra I just put on the back of my hands because it feels really nice as well. So that is my prep work that I always do before I sit here and film for you guys. I hope you guys like that little extra part of the video. So I'm gonna come back after I've waited a few minutes, and then we're gonna jump right into trying out all of these wonderful little samples that I have. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first thing, and it's a face primer from Milk Makeup, and this is the Hydro Grip Primer. Everybody seems to love this primer. I have yet to try it. Got it open. I'm gonna put it onto this dish, and I don't think you need a lot. I think I'm gonna just do one side of my face with it, because I'm also trying a new foundation, so I want to see how it wears with primer no primer situation. And we're gonna apply that with my Shameless foundation brush from Marc Jacobs. Unfortunately, this is discontinued, so we're just gonna, and then paint it on. This smells very alcohol, like a high concentration of alcohol in it. So hopefully it's not going to dry my face. It's gonna actually, you know, hydrate it. Okay. I'm just tapping it around my lip. And I use very little bit. Okay, so I just let that set for a bit, and it feels tacky, but not as tacky as people were like I was literally seeing videos of people going, maybe it's because I didn't put a lot. So I'm going to put a little bit more just to see if that's what it is, that maybe I didn't put enough product on. So let's add a little bit more because I don't feel like there's anything on here. So I'm squeezing and see if anything comes out. Okay, I got a good amount this time again. So we're going to reapply to see if maybe I just didn't put on enough. Because I in the videos, I was like, whoa, people, it's like they were putting glue on their face. And I think that's what was like turning me off about trying this product. But I got it in that sample pack from Sephora when they did the Clean Beauty. They were giving it to you with a purchase. So I was like, okay, let's try that out. And if you hear any noises in the background, I apologize. My son is home and I can't control any other noises that happen. So now let's see. Okay, now it feels a little bit more tacky, but not as much as it was in those videos. It was a little bit crazy how people were like doing that. I was like, wow, that's really a super hold on it. So I'm just fanning it to help it like dry down a little bit. I feel like I didn't really need to apply second coat, but I just wanted to make sure I actually applied it on my face, like I put on enough. So while that's drying, let's grab the sample of the foundation. We're going to use today the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. And we got a lot of options to choose from. I have 2 of them because honestly, when companies give you this, the amount that you get in the sample is not enough to do your whole face. So I figured 2 cards should be enough. And based on looking at this, I'm going to go with shade 280 Medium Tan Neutral. Okay, so on the back of it, it says medium tan with warm peach undertones. If you guys didn't know, I like to use peach undertones on my skin because I feel like it looks good. And I also like to use items that are a olive undertone because I feel like those look well on me as well because I have a olive skin tone. If you guys didn't know that. So let's get our foundation brush, which we're going to use today. The Real Techniques one. This is the Expert Face Brush. I have another one that I like, but I'm guessing it's dirty. So we're just going to go in with this one. We're going to use this one because it works just as well. So I think we just tear it. I'm trying to do this where I don't make a mess. And I'm going to see if I could just get this one packet, squeeze it on the tray that I have right here. So I can show you how much exactly is in one of these little pouches of samples that you get. In my opinion, it's really not enough product to do your whole face unless you're doing a very sheer amount. And I have to say, from other brands that I have tried, this is quite a bit considering how, you know, small this is. So I want to put this down somewhere where I'm not going to worry about it staining my desk. Okay, so if we open up the other one, let me show you what one of them has. So this is how much product you get in one, which not bad actually. That's one full pump of foundation in my opinion. So let's stipple this on this side of my face, obviously. And I think that's a good match. This has like a, look, I can literally bring it onto the other side of my face. So I might not need the other one. But I got myself prepared just in case because of, like I mentioned, most times when you get those samples, it's really not enough to do your whole face. All right. I want to do this where you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so immediately I noticed with the primer from Milk, it gripped onto the foundation. And so it's like where I put it is where I set it. So that's how it looks. Let me put my hand here. And we're just going to go in the middle of my eyebrows because I always forget. And I'm just pouncing it because I don't want to disturb the primer, but I'm going to go like this so you can see that it can glide on. But I do feel like underneath the primer, it feels a little, I don't know how does that, it doesn't feel smooth. That's what I'm trying to say. So now let's do this side. There's still a little bit on the plate. And I really want to try the Kosas concealer. I just haven't been able to get it because every time I decide to go into Sephora and pick it up, it is sold out, the shade that I need. Not the actual concealer, but the shade that I want to try. So this actually, I'm trying to see what it smells like. I think it's my brush. I don't think it's the foundation, but this is what it looks like. This is like a perfect match. Wow. This looks really good. Now, is it just me? It might be because I put more on this side, but this is for me, even though it was 1 pump, I feel that this was like a 2 pump look, and this is like a 1 pump look, in my opinion. But I absolutely love how it looks. It looks amazing. I really, really do like that. I wanted to try a concealer, so I didn't need this one. Let me put this one back. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. I wanted to try a concealer sample, but I don't have one. Unfortunately, they don't really give you concealer samples that frequently when you shop online, is what I'm trying to say. And so I decided, let's just go with the concealers that I have, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm trying to decide if I should do the glowish one. I think I'm going to use the glowish concealer. I haven't used this in quite a while, and I do love it. If you didn't see, I do have a review for this one. And the other one that I do use a lot, this is my holy grail. I've had it for years. It's from Jewelry Cosmetics. This is the shade Dulce de Leche. Is my all-time favorite. But where this is more of a sheer, more glowish, get it? Glowy concealer. I'm just going to put this one on. I'm not going to do any... Excuse my nose itching. I think there's something in the milk primer that's making my nose itch. And I've used up quite a bit of this because I've been using this as foundation. So we're just going to go right in. And then we're going to just buff it out. I absolutely love this concealer. All right, so let's put it over here. Now the Real Techniques brush. This is called the Brightening Concealer, right? Brightening Concealer. People refer to it as the cat paw. If you have not tried this brush, I highly, highly recommend it. Okay, so we're gonna go in and blend that out. Excuse me. I hate when that happens. And then we'll do our eyes. I don't know if I'm going to do an eye look, honestly. I want to just stay focused on, you know, the samples. But we might, I don't know. I'll decide. And I have to say, it feels tacky on this side, but this side is not, it's a different type of tacky. I think it's because it's still wet. And I definitely need to get myself a setting spray. I need a new one. Now looking in here, my face looks super, super dewy. I really do like how it looks. Oh, on this side of my face, I don't know if you guys can see it. Right here, it's like peeling. I wonder what that is. That's interesting. Interesting. So let's go on with the, see if I could brush it off. Ugh, my hair went in my, ooh, why is the side of my face that's interesting? So the side of my face that has the primer is not doing that. But the side that doesn't have the primer, it was just a little bit of peeling, not a lot. And here's looking a little questionable. Can you guys see that? That's interesting. And this side of my face, I feel like, see that? Like it's settling, causing more lines here. Can you guys see that? Right here a little bit. But on this side of my face, it's not. So maybe the primer is helping it to not do that. That is interesting. All right. So I'm just looking at my mirror, see if I have to put more or not. This side looks good, but this side I feel like I need a little bit more concealer. So I'm going to put a little bit more. And I'm going to just let it sit there for a minute. Because I forgot that the last time I used this, that's what I usually do. I just let it sit there. So I'm going to put it on this just to be even. I'm going to let it sit for a minute. And while that is sitting, let's do the rest of the face. Because I have another sample here. And this is from... And then I'll think about if I'm going to use an eyeshadow or not. This is from Westman Atelier. And this is their, like, it's a trio they gave you right here. So the top one, the shade is Biscuit, and then you have Lit and Petal. So it's supposed to be like a contour a highlight and a blush. So let's open. Okay, so this is what Biscuit looks like. I'm putting it right in the middle of my forehead. I know that looks weird, but there we go. So let's get a brush. I think this is the contouring, right? This is the soft sculpting brush from Real Techniques. I'm gonna use a lot of Real Techniques brushes. None of this is sponsored. I just absolutely love these brushes. I recently discovered them and I think they are amazing, these particular ones. But I've used Real Techniques brushes for quite some time. So let me use this little spatula. I'm gonna use this little spatula to take a little bit out and put it on this dish. That's definitely way too much, but we're gonna go with that so I could show you what that looks like. Absolutely love this little thing right here, so you can see that's the Biscuit. And let's warm it up. It's a very cool tone shade, so let's see what that's gonna do. I feel that doing this is better to not disturb. As dark as that looks, what do you guys think about that? It looks very like warm. Doing on the thing looks warm. It looks cool. I don't know. Oh, yeah, right there you can see it. Okay. I don't know how I'm feeling about this, but I'm gonna put a little bit on my forehead area just so we can see. And then I might have to go in with, should I go with bronzer? Because it's supposed to be sculpting. It's very cool tone, if you guys can see that. Even though on the pan, it's looking warmer, it's definitely cool tone. So let's do the other side. Top of the forehead and match it out. I don't know. I'm not really loving, to be honest, the way this is going on. I don't know. I'm not impressed so far. Sorry if you like this product, but I'm being honest. Taking a little bit more and putting it on my dish. But I honestly don't buy a separate, how do I say this? I don't typically go out and say, oh, I need to have a sculpting thing and a bronzer. I like to get something that's kind of a 2-in-1. That might be too much to put there, so we're gonna put it here. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm not loving it. I guess I should say that, but I don't know. We're still in the beginning, but first impressions, it's okay. I feel like it's very hard, so I'm just wondering how would that work if you put it on your face, you know? Wait, there's a hair in my eye. Yeah, I got it. All right, so let's do this under this chin area. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, I feel like in here went in, it's very light coverage. I don't know how much this item costs, so I will put it here. But I know that their line is expensive, and I feel like if you want a very subtle carving out of your face, I guess it would look good. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but I don't think it suits what I like to do. All right, so let's go in and do this concealer, which I think it literally, my skin just sucked it all up. Yeah, okay. Pretty much. I like to go in with extra on my nose because I wear glasses, and that's why I have those marks there. All right, so let's set under my eyes real quick before that gets creasy. 1 second. Okay, so I got my Real Techniques setting brush. This is the brush that I've been using forever, if you guys have not been following me for long. And we're gonna go with the LYS Beauty Brilliance powder under the eyes first. I like to do yellow first, and then I concentrate it here. Sometimes I bring it out further, but I typically just like to keep it right there to brighten up the eyes. And this is very finely milled. It's a really good powder. And then we're gonna go in with the Jouer medium, and I always just flip the brush over. You guys, I've been using this powder for a very long time. And then I just go over it just to set everything. And I gotta do my nose. Okay, so now we're gonna go into Petal, which is the cream blush. And this is what it looks like. It's very pink. And I'm gonna take a little bit out again and put it on my little dish here. And it's kind of, what color would you say this is? I don't want it to fall off. Can you see? It's like a pinkish, it's like a mauve, right? A mauve. Okay, so we're gonna use another Real Techniques brush. This is the Tapered Cheek brush. I don't know why that was hard to say for a minute there. So we're just gonna really, maybe I should warm it up a little bit with my hand. I feel like these are very hard. So I'm gonna warm it up with my finger, and that's the color it is. And I'm just gonna dot it. Okay, everyone, so I had to stop for a minute because there was an Amazon truck outside and it was making very loud reversing sounds. So this is what it looks like. What I did was I warmed up the product with my finger, and I feel like it's better for that because I believe these things come in a stick form, if I'm correct. Let me buff this out. Probably dried down a little bit because I had to stop because of the truck outside. I do like this shade of pink. It's nice. It's like a mauve pink. So I think that the key to that is you have to really warm up the product. Maybe warm it up with your hand, you know, your finger, before you actually put it on your face. That gave me a nice little, it kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty, but a little bit more toned down. So I'm going to take a little bit more on this side. Sorry, I'm using my middle finger. I don't mean to. Why do we always do that when we're recording or just putting on makeup? We always use our middle finger to apply things. What's that about? Is it because it's a dominant like finger? Like we use these two fingers. Anyways, I'm rambling about that. So I think that's good. I'm just trying to really buff it in there. I'm trying to do this without putting my arm on the table so it doesn't move it. Okay, let's see if they look even. I feel like I have too much now on this side. Actually, they're even. I think it's just the lighting. So that looks really good. Everything is holding up really well, I have to say that. So now we're gonna do the highlighter part of it. So it's called Lit. So this one was called Petal, which is really pretty color. I like this. So maybe the key is, like I was saying, is you have to just warm up the product with your finger. Let me open. So this is it right here, Lit. That looks very, very fair, like super pale. I don't know if this is like my style, but we're just gonna use it because we're trying different things. We're scooping some out with our spatula. And let me get another plate. This one is too full. Oh, please. So I got another one, and we're gonna put this on here, and I'm gonna warm it up with my finger like I did with the product for the cheeks. It has like a gritty feel to it, which is weird. So I'm just warming it up. So maybe I just took too much, but this is what it looks like. It's like see that? And I'm just gonna use my finger and apply it. That gave like a nice little sheen. These are really nice. After seeing that you just have to use your finger to warm up the product, it's really nice. I don't know if I would pay the price tag for it, but it's pretty nice. Very subtle, which that's what's in. So I feel like these would be good for like a no makeup kind of look, or effortless makeup look. But this is not really a shade of highlighter that I would pick out, but it doesn't look bad. It's kind of like an invisible sheen, which it looks pretty cool. So I did not grab for the eyes. So I'm trying to decide here. You know what? Let me grab something and we'll be right back. All right, so I decided let's just finish up the eyes and then we'll do the lip because it's a simple thing. So we're gonna prime our eyes with Paint Pot from MAC and Lalo. I'm gonna just put on like MAC eyeshadows. Oh, I was getting ready to do that over. just a little bit. We don't need a lot because we're not going to do anything super, you know. And we're going to try the new mascara. I actually found one when I was looking for my MAC eyeshadows. So, okay, I apply that. And if you guys know, I like to set it with my Charlotte Tilbury, my little mini one here that I have. Let me just use this brush. This is another Real Techniques brush. And this is a shade medium. I got this in a Sephora. You know when they do this free samples? And I will eventually get the mini one of this. I wouldn't get the full size because I don't use this anywhere else. I just literally use this on my eyes to set my primer, my eyeshadow primer. I think that's good. Okay, we have that. Let's move this over here. I will do my eyebrows and everything in a minute, but I just wanted to point out to you guys. I'm gonna use this. Can you see how it's looking on this side of my face, the Kosas, which I find interesting. Again, I'm gonna point that out. Even my concealer, how it's looking. And then this side of my face, I think it looks better, right? Yeah, this side of my face looks better in the application form, that it's not peeling, but it's settling into my lines. So where is my powder? The one I used for powder, I think it was this one. Yeah, this is the one. So let's just put a little powder here and see if that helps it. See? You guys know the struggle if you do videos. Yeah, that didn't help. When you film, every noise possible that can happen happens. I'm gonna go in with Saddle. I don't think I've used that one in a while. Right there. We're just gonna put that all over the eye just to make it a little easy. We need an eye brush. 1 second. So we got the Sigma E25. I'm gonna go into Saddle from MAC. And this is a great all over eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna use this all over the eye. I'm not gonna, let me use this brush. I'm gonna concentrate it here on the outer corner first, and then we'll work it wherever else we need it. Just keeping it very simple. I'm not going anywhere, which, hello, that's usually the case. I rarely go anywhere. I only leave my house, you know, for the essential things. And that's one of the reasons why I don't vlog, because I tried vlogging before in the beginning of my channel and they did not do well. People really were not watching them. And mind you, also during that time when I did do it for the first time, vlogs were not really a thing in my opinion back then. So all right, let's buff the rest of this on the lid and see what that does. Yeah, that's why I don't vlog my life, because first of all, it would take a lot of energy from me, meaning physical energy, not mental energy, because I love filming. I really do. See how that makes a difference? But the setting up and getting the right angle and holding it up, especially now where it's even harder for me to hold things up because of my weakness. Yeah. And you know, I don't really think anyone wants to watch what I do in a day, because it's not very exciting in my opinion. My life is not, I don't go to Target, I don't do things like that. Like if I was doing all that, then I would be like, yes, let's do it, because everybody definitely want to watch that. Because hello, I miss going to Target. I loved, let me open this, going to Target. I miss doing that, but I haven't in a while. So this is just a Z palette I got from Sephora a long time ago. Absolutely love it. It's a mini one. I keep all my MAC eyeshadows in there. So do I have a black eyeliner? Do I want to put black liner on? You know what? I have the Makeup by Mario one. I think I might try to do a little wing, but I'm not gonna do that in front of you guys because it takes forever. So hold while I make a little quick little wing, hopefully, and I will be back. Okay, so they did not come out even, which is okay. Let's just fill in the eyebrows real quick because we're gonna forget. So we're gonna go with the e.l.f. brow pencil that I recently picked up and just fill out the corners, the part where I really need it. So it's right here. And for the sculpting thing, if I want it to look warmer, I think that I would just go in with typically like a bronzer, but where we're just trying out the samples, I'm not going to do that for this video. And I feel like I look very greasy, right? Or is it just me? Which, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. We're looking very hydrated, as long as it doesn't come across like I'm sweating. I'm trying to just get the sparseness. My left eyebrow needs a lot more work than my right eyebrow. So there we are. I'm happy with that. And this is the e.l.f. Ultra Precision Brow Pencil. I did a review on this. And then we're going to go with the Patrick Ta. You guys already know. I really do think I need a new one. I said that in my last video, but still haven't gotten a new one. I'm literally waiting till there's nothing left. And I could have used the e.l.f. one, but I just want to use this up. Because like I said, I feel like this is almost gone. And they don't have to be perfect because like I said, I'm not going anywhere. All right, I'm going to try a sample of the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Volumizing Mascara. So this is called Cause I'm Black. And I got this a while ago. I even forgot I had it until I went digging in one of my drawers and I said, oh, let me try this since we're already trying stuff, right? And I also love Fenty Beauty. Oh, that smell. Who loves the smell of mascara? And this is the, let me put my hand up. This is the wand. So it's like that cone shape, which honestly, I think it depends on the formulation. Like some formulas, the brush matches it and some of them don't. So anyways, that's beside the point. Let's put this on. I'm gonna do this eye real quick so you guys can see. I think it'll be better at this angle. Let's hope. So I'm gonna use my left hand to do this and hopefully I don't make a mess because I want to use the shape of the brush the way they have it, because it's meant that the smaller end goes here. So ooh, I just got my eye. It's really hard to put on mascara when you're not right-handed. So, oh, I did it again. I don't think, let me see. I don't think I put a lot on, or did I put a lot on? Okay, from there it doesn't look like I really put anything, but up close I did. So I'm just gonna fine tune it and I'll be right back. So I wanted to show you, these are my lashes with nothing and with this. So I like the way it looks, especially on the lower lashes. This is a good mascara. I think this would be great for layering. By itself, I don't love it because I like my lashes to look fuller, thicker, and I feel like if I keep applying, it's gonna start looking like spider lashes, and that's not my go-to look. But I love it for bottom lashes. So this is definitely for me, for the way my lashes are, a bottom lash mascara all the way through. And it's good to, like, if I have a mascara that needs a little bit lengthening, then I would add this to it. So it's not a bad mascara, but I don't think it does justice to my eyelashes. But it's pretty. It's pretty. I love it for my lower lashes. So I'm gonna do my other eye off camera. Everything. So I have from Lawless, this is called the, what is it called? Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Tinted Balm Stick. And they gave me the shade Pink, Marshmallow, and Rosy. Okay. So I'm thinking of, we'll put the pink marshmallow on because since we have pink, you know, what's that called? Pinky cheeks. All right, so this I'm gonna just apply directly with my finger. I'm not gonna, or should I use a lip brush? You know, I'm gonna just use my finger. So this is what it looks like, and this is what I'm talking about, like when companies don't give you a lot of product. Like, I mean, it might be enough, but you know, what if you have fuller lips or you want to like try it again? Oh, it smells nice. This smells like again, sorry, I'm using my middle finger. Like, see, I feel like that was barely enough to cover my lips. It has a fruity scent. So this is a balm. I'm just really rubbing it in. And I'm going to wait a minute, see if actually any tingling or anything like that. Okay, everyone, so let's do a final breakdown of everything that I have on my face. Absolutely love the lip. I think it's amazing. I think I would definitely pick that up for like an everyday look, you know, to just put it on. On this side of my face, if you look carefully, the Kosas foundation did not wear well. It caused creasing here. It's like almost gone here. Has come off here. And remember, I had that pilling earlier. And it's caused more creasing here than I usually get on my face. So the foundation by itself without a primer, I don't like it. But I love how it looks on this side of my face with the grip primer. So I see why some people like that grip primer, because my face looks a lot better on this side than on this side, in my opinion, because minimal creasing, it really controlled that. So what I'm going to do with the Kosas foundation is I'm going to try the sample again, maybe with a different primer, or maybe with the milk primer again. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try it again to give it a fair shot. But I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So I'm kind of in the middle. This mascara, I do like it. It's a great lower lash mascara. I would definitely use it again, especially on my lower lashes. For the Westman Atelier products, I think they're all really nice once I realized that you really should warm up the product before you use it on your face. The sculpting one, I would not get that, but I would definitely pick up this blush. I do like it. I have to think about it because I think that it's very similar to the Huda Beauty one, and I don't want to have like 3 shades of the same item, what I'm trying to say. But I did like that one the best. And even though I don't really care for this shade, like typically if I saw it in the store I wouldn't pick it up, I do like the highlighter. So these products are actually really good. I just had to warm them up, like I said. So I think everything that I tried on my face was a hit. The only thing that was a maybe is the Kosas foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for sitting through this with me. If there are some other things that you want me to try, please feel free to let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna let you guys go. I've spoken enough, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.